Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
36 to my
Leo.
Slam. My chance. Alert three.
Rock it. Deep dribble.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Pilot 64. Weak.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run for the first time with Sonny Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch Mike.
Stopper. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll set up the throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 3rd and 2, Costello. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. The safety Patrick Chung is the one who makes the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 29. Off the play fake, Costello. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And that is no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets it to Gordon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's caught. This is right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. These two teams all tied after one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right. He's sideline here. He's side on the right. Side on the right. 3 down.
Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go now.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Operating from the gun. Costello got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First target, first catch, and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Tighten up.
Ready weapon.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Go.
From the gun to give to Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Check. Fresno.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
10 Lobo. 61. Match box hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On the return is Williams. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Costello. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
60 Pittsburgh.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
General West,
Check 26.
you're out. Look at me. Go.
Check 50.
Shoot.
On third down, Costello, open man, Erickson, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tajay Sharp as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the losing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is White on the screen. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Patriot first
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second.
But I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
X3, 218, chopper. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready, go.
2nd and 11. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards. On first down, Nixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, they run with Nixon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The throw complete to Dorsett. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
It's fine.
They'll drop the throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. Within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
61, matchbox, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hey, echo.
36.
Off play action. Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 22.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
6-6, pull it high.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. They go right back to White here on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
General West.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 99, check 99.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Second and 13. He's got White here. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Blue draw Orca. Hey, Zoo.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 57. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Let's go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It's complete. James White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Recon, 152 fighter.
He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
80 weapons. Hey, Delta. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Big stop, let's go.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.